Osiris, is it a win or a bin? Let's find out, and we'll have a quick read through on the Steam description here. Osiris is a roguelike dark fantasy game that tells a story. I'm pretty sure that should be tells, not tells, of a demigod who wants to escape the Egyptian underworld to save his beloved woman who was doomed to lose her soul forever. So the spelling mistake in the description really doesn't give you high hopes for this game, and nor should it, quite frankly. The whole thing is an absolute shambles. This comes out in December at some point, and I have kindly been given the key by the developer to take part in the playtest beforehand, just to give you some feedback on it, and I completely appreciate that it's not the finished article, it's here so they can iron out some problems and improve the game. However, in its current state, it's absolutely not going to win any votes from me, and I can't see how it's going to win any votes from anyone at all. It's basically a top-down action slasher game, so you go around and kill all the bad guys, basically, ranging from trolls and skeletons to these weird things that throw grenades at you, which is strange because I don't recall grenades being in ancient Egypt, but hey-ho. It is set in ancient Egypt, and I was hoping that the environment and the theme of the game would actually make it quite a good one, but it's not at all. It's terrible. It's awful from the get-go. So you go into these game settings. There are only graphics settings, no more than that. So you've got your standard low to best graphics quality settings. So I play around with those. That's fine. Underneath that, you've got whether or not you want to play in 720p, 1080p, or 4K. So I play in 1080p, I play everything in 1080p, and it's fine. I have a 1080p monitor, no issues there. But underneath that is this thing I've never come across before called screen percentage, and you have a choice of 33%, 50%, or 100%. I have done a bit of research into it, and it is a legitimate thing, but I can only get the game to run without dropping so many frames that the game becomes unplayable when I play in 33%. Now, I don't know if that's because of my machine or whatever, but I never had any issues before with any of my games that I play, and this doesn't look like it's spectacular to the point of breaking my graphics card or anything insane like that, so I don't understand why I have to play in 33%, which makes the visuals just look so blurred and awful. Anything higher, 50% or 100%, doesn't work. I've tried it on 50% and 100% in 720p, that doesn't work either. It's just not been optimized, or those graphic settings just don't mean anything, and they're just giving you some random shit every time you select something different. I don't get it, but I can't get this game to work properly. So you'll see through the video there's varying degrees of quality, and if there's any sort of frame drops that you notice in the game, in the video, then it's not because I haven't done something properly, it's just because the game is clearly broken. So aside from that, you start the game and you get a little intro video with some voice acting. Voice acting is terrible. I don't understand how it got past any kind of test or audition, might be the better word, actually. I don't know how that even worked. I don't even think they're human, come to think of it. I think it's like one of those translate apps. You type something into the box, you press the little talk button, and it talks back to you whatever you've typed. It's a bit like that. And in fact, there's one character that sounds like Alexa's voice.
I'm mate, and I don't think it's right what's happening to you. I'm going to warn the gods so they can help you.
It's robotic, it's terrible, and you hear some of the characters talk, and you do wonder what's going on here, whether they are actually people. The story is an absolute pile of shite. You are supposedly trying to escape the underworld to then find your lover and be with your woman again. Blah de blah, boring. Please find a different type of story. You have the whole of Egypt to play with, ancient Egypt to play with. There's gods, there's myth, there's so much there, but no, they go with the most boring possible thing ever. And from what I played, the short amount of time, admittedly, because I'm so sick of this, between 30 minutes and an hour, I am yet to experience anything really in the way of a story or any explanation as to why I'm doing anything, any explanation as to where I am, any explanation as to the people I'm killing, the bad guys. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I find the controls to be really clunky. You've got a sad to move around, no customizable key bindings here. Well, it's not a surprise because you can do bugger all else, to be quite frank. The movement is clunky, it's boxy, there's no fluidity on your character's movements. It just doesn't really work, and the whole thing is damn clunky. It's very easy to get killed, and you've got these special attacks that you can try and help yourself with, but they don't seem to do anything. They do stuff, but they're just, again, clunky. You have to be facing in a particular direction to use some of them, but you don't know which direction, so it's all trial and error. And a couple of hits and you're dead, and then you go back into the underworld, and then you literally have to start again. You could pot around the underworld and interact with these gods and donate things to them that you sort of take from the dead skeletons and creatures that you can kill from the main game. But there's no explanation to any of it at all. So who knows what's going on, really. It's crazy. There's a few magic spells that you can pick up as well. Again, apparently, I really don't know. I mean, you've got this big totem pole at the beginning and you go up to it and you pick a special power that you want to be able to do. It just looks cheap and nasty. It looks like it's just been cobbled together at the last minute by complete amateurs, and they've got no experience of the gaming industry or no idea what they're doing or how to make a game anybody would want to play. It's terrible. The whole user interface and user friendliness of the whole thing is just non-existent for me. So as you can tell, I thoroughly enjoy this game. It's amazing. No. It's awful. I haven't played anything as bad as this for some time. Just even the last one I did, Project Wunderwaffe, it's a poor game, but at least the developer's trying to do something, and it's not broken or completely unplayable like this. And again, I get this is a play test. It's fine, but it should at least work and give you some enjoyment, and I can give you some positive, constructive feedback. I can't do it with this. It's just, I don't even know if this is real. I think I might have just been in some sort of horrific nightmare here. I'll keep an eye out of sheer morbid curiosity to see if it gets released and if it actually gets polished. But based on what I've done, just if you do see this ever pop up in Steam, just block it or close your eyes and just throw acid at it or something. Just, yeah, don't go near it.